Good morning, student. This is Arvind Dobrial, and you all are welcome to the e-learning portal of Cambridge International School, Daswa. We are reading the supplementary reader, that is Moments. So the chapter that we will read today is A House is Not a Home, written by Zan Gaudioso. Before reading the present chapter, let's do a quick recap of the chapter The Bond of Love, written by Kenneth Anderson, that we have done in our previous video. The bond of love is about the emotional bond which the author's wife and her pet bear share between them. The author rescued the baby bear in an accident and gifted it to his wife. After that, they were bonding like he was their child, and the author's wife loves him a lot. We see that the family nourished him and helped him to grow. As Bruno starts growing up, he bonded with everyone from the children to the pet dogs. He had his own bed and would play around with the little ones all the day. However, in an accident, one day he ate poison which was to kill rat. After consuming poison, Bruno got paralyzed, and after proper treatment, they were able to save him. Soon life became normal when, in another accident, he drank up a whole gallon of old engine oil meant for termites. But surprisingly, it did not affect Bruno. Thus, Bruno started growing in size but was equally sweet and playful. Upon growing, they changed his name to Baba, which meant a small boy in Hindi. He picked up a few tricks growing up and entertained everyone. Nonetheless, the size was a problem, and being an animal, he was a threat to the children. Therefore, everyone except the wife was ready to send him to a zoo, as he was not fit as a pet now. While she did not agree initially, she had to give in for everyone's safety. After the official paperwork, he was ready for the Mysore Zoo. The wife missed him terribly and asked everyone to visit the zoo about his well being. She learnt that Baba was not eating well and remained sad all day. So, after 3 months, she decides to visit the zoo by herself. Although everyone told her that Baba will not recognize her, but he surprised everyone by recognizing her in a jiffy. After that, she petted and spent a lot of time with him. However, she could not leave him, so she decided to take him back. After the formalities, she finally brought him back home and made a special island for him. So she finally reunited with Baba and spent her days petting him and making him sleep in her lap and sharing the true bond of love. The story is based on the theme of adjustment issues encountered by teenagers. Routine problems of life appear grievous and difficult to children in their growing years. They fail to acknowledge the little blessings offered by life and focus on the small missing things. It takes some time, but love and support from people around them rebuilt their faith in the goodness of life. Zan felt so pressurized by the change in his life that he thought of death, the extreme way to escape. However, genuine outpouring of concern from his schoolmates made him realize that his fear and insecurities were unfounded. He connected back with life with the help of his new friends. This story reflects the challenges of being a teenager and the problem of growing up. In our life, sometimes such changes take place that our life becomes intolerable for us, and sometimes we, the teenager, want to end this life. But again, we find that things change which make us enjoy life fully. In this story, the same thing happens with the author. He finds himself in such an awkward situation when he joins a high school. After some days, his house catches fire and he finds that his life has ended. But when his schoolmates show their concern for him, his whole vision for the life changes and he again starts taking interest in life. Now, the explanation part. As the narrator entered high school, in the first year he felt strange. In the junior school, he had been the head of the class and had enjoyed the privileges given to him as a senior. It was uncomfortable to be a fresher at the high school. The school was twice as big as the old one, and to make matter worse, his friends had got into other school. So he was lonely too. He would go back to his old school to meet the teachers because he missed his old school. The teachers would encourage him to meet new people in the new school and to get involved in new activities. They said that after some time he would adjust to the new surroundings and would love the new school more than the previous one. The teachers at the old school made him promise that he would visit them even when he got settled in the new school. The narrator tried to feel comfortable with these words of his teachers. One Sunday afternoon, an accident occurred. Zan was sitting at the dining table. The day was cold and windy, and a fire was up at the fireplace. The narrator's pet cat was lying on the top of the sheets of paper. It was making a purring sound and was hitting on his pen just for amusement. As Zan had saved the cat, it remained close to him as he protected her. Zan's mother tended the fire to keep the house warm. There was smoke filling the room from the ceiling. Within a few seconds, it filled the room and they could hardly see. They made their way to the front door and escaped into the garden. The roof had caught fire, which spread quickly. Zan ran to the neighbors to call the fire department while his mother ran inside the house. Zan's mother came out of the house holding a small box full of paper. She threw it on the lawn and ran back. She was trying to save important things as Zan's father had died when Zan was small. She had to save his pictures and letters, which were the only memories of his that they had. Zan screamed at her not to go inside the burning house. Zan tried to run after her but was stopped by a firefighter. The street was full of firefighter trucks. Zan tried to free himself and tried to explain that his mother had gone inside the house and he wanted to bring her back. The firefighter did not let him go because he knew that the very next moment Zan would run into the house. He said that the other firefighters would bring her back. The firefighter wrapped a blanket around Zan and made him sit in their car. A fireman came out of the house with Zan's mother behind him. He took her to the fire truck and put an oxygen mask to her mouth. Zan ran to her and hugged her. The thought of losing his mother aroused affection in Zan's heart, and all thoughts of dislikes vanished from his mind. The fireman calmed Zan and said that she would be fine. She had inhaled smoke. Then the fireman ran into the house to bring down the fire while the mother and son sat there wondering on what had happened. Zan still remembers how he saw his house burn and felt helpless about it. It took them 5 hours to control the fire. The house was totally burned down. Then Zan realized that his pet cat was missing. He could not find it. He got sad and depressing thoughts like difficulty adjusting to the new schools. The burning of the house and losing his pet cat made him cry. He thought that he was suffering many losses. They were not allowed to go into the building as it could be dangerous. Zan wanted to know about his cat, but he had to leave. They got into the car with none of their belongings. All they had were the few blankets given by the firemen. They spent the night at Zan's grandparents' house. Zan went to the school the next day. It was Monday. At the time of the fire, he was wearing the dress that he wore to the church on Sundays. He was not wearing his shoes. He had removed them and kicked them off when he sat to do his homework. They were burnt in the fire too. So Zan borrowed tennis shoes from his aunt. He did not want to go to school, but his mother forced him to go. He was embarrassed because his clothes were unusual. He did not have his bag, books, and homework. He thought that God wanted that he should live like a person who was different from others and did not fit well in the society. Zan was so upset that he wished to die. Zan walked around the school like a dull, lifeless person. He felt insecure as his belongings, his old school, his friends, his pet cat, and his house had been snatched away from him. On his way back, he walked through his burned house and was shocked to see the extent of damage that had been caused by the fire and the water that had extinguished it. The only things that were safe were the ones that his mother had rescued, the papers, the photos, and some personal items. Zan had lost his cat too. Zan could not grieve the loss of his cat because they had to rebuild their life. They had to arrange a place to live in, clothes, etc. They had to borrow money from his grandparents as they did not have their credit cards, cash, or any identity proof to withdraw money from the bank. After some days, the workers were removing the remains of the burned house. They were living in a rented apartment nearby, but Zan would visit his old house and see the workers. He wished to find his cat there. He had lost her but kept thinking of the poor soul, how it would wake up when Zan disturbed it and then followed him, climbed up his gown, and would fall asleep while sitting in his pocket. He missed her. Zan thought that the bad news spread faster because everyone, including all the teachers, knew about his sad story. Zan felt embarrassed as if he was guilty for all that had happened. He was getting attention for all the wrong reasons. The next day at school was unusual. Zan was changing for the gym class when students gathered around him and asked him to hurry. Zan was accustomed to a strange happening and so did not react much. The student pushed him into the gym and he realized the reason when he reached there. There was a table full of articles like notebooks, clothes, stationery items. It felt like Christmas time. Zan got emotional and he made few friends. They invited him to their house also. He was moved by their concern for him. He felt relieved because it was for the first time that he felt something good was happening to him. He made new friends that day. After a month, Zan visited his house as it was being rebuilt. He had two friends with him. The incident transformed him. He came out of the negativity and made new friends. He realized that just like his house was being rebuilt, similarly, his life was also being rebuilt. They sat on a pavement and were planning Zan's new bedroom. Someone walked up to Zan from behind and asked if the cat that she was holding belonged to him. Zan grabbed his pet cat, held her close, and cried out. On union with her master, the cat made a happy sound. Zan's friend shared his happiness and jumped around. Due to the fire, Zan's pet cat behaved strangely and ran almost 1 mile away. Although their phone number was written on her collar, but as their phone had been destroyed in the fire, the lady could not contact them. She made efforts to trace their address through the number and thus reached them. She could make out that the cat was being missed by her master because the cat was also sad and missed him. When Zan sat with his cat and his friends, the sadness disappeared. He was happy and thankful for getting a new life, which got him new friends, a kind woman who returned his cat and his pet cat. He got a new life. Now, dear students, I am going to conclude what we have read today. We have read that the story revolves around Zan. He was sad as he got into a new high school. He did not have his old friends and was a junior there. He missed his old school and would visit it often. He had enjoyed being a senior there. To add his miseries, one Sunday afternoon his house caught fire. Other than a few papers and photos of his father that were retrieved by his mother, they lost everything. Zan did not even have a pair of shoes. His pet cat was also missing. Zan got depressed and he did not want to attend the school. He realized that he could not soak up in his sadness as they had to rebuild their life. They needed a new house, clothes, books, etc. They did not have any cash, credit cards, or identity proof and had to borrow money from his grandparents. One day at school, Zan was astonished to see a table full of things books, stationery items, clothes, etc., which had been collected by his classmates. They were helping him. He was overwhelmed and made friends. He came out of depression and realized that life was beautiful. Zan saw his house being rebuilt and felt that same was happening with his life too. A kind woman returned his cat which had run away on being scared of the fire. Zan became full of life when he realized that life was not about material possession but about love, affection, and being with one's loved ones. Now, on the basis of your understanding the chapter, there are some questions for you. I hope you will do all these questions by yourself. So, till the next class we meet, take care of yourself and keep studying.